welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. No, come on, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Oh, that's it. You know what? You will not find a warmer welcome anywhere on YouTube other than the John Legg fragrance review warm welcome. You know what? I really appreciate you coming to this channel. You know what? There's plenty of other channels you can go to get fragrance reviews, but this channel is kind of based on a passion for fragrance, and this channel is a hobby. So I really appreciate your visit, I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate being able to share it here with you on YouTube. Now, if you've been here before, you know I like the different. I'm always looking for something a little bit oddball, a little bit off the beaten track. And you know when you're on Amazon and these things pop up and it says, based on your previous purchases, we recommend this. You know what? I had one come up, and there we go. It's made by Brandy Designs, and it's called Saffron Noir. And you know what? Crazy. One of my favourite notes, if not the favourite note, is saffron. And I don't know why, when I get excited, it brings out the Scooby-Doo. I was like, Rocky, Raffron. And so, you know what? It was $29.99. It's the 100ml eau de parfum, and I bought it. Now, I'd never smelt it before, and the only thing I had to go on was the name, Saffron Noir. So I had a picture in my brain of it being a beautiful sweet saffron note underpinned with some maybe mysterious dark woody notes. Okay, let's spray it and let's talk you through it. Okay, right. Now I don't know if the saffron has phoned in on this one, because personally I don't really get the saffron note at all. I tell you what I do get. Let me try and walk you through this fragrance, because it's not bad, it's just not what I was expecting at all. I get a rose note, I get like a sugary note, I get like a chemical sort of watery note, and I get like a very sweet sort of berry note. I think it's like a real sort of tart sort of raspberry note. In my nose and in my brain, I don't pick up any saffron at all. So first of all, I was kind of like gutted that it was called Saffron Noir and I wasn't getting any saffron. Okay, let me try and explain to you what this is going to smell like when you smell it. Okay, it's a bit like in the pouring rain, you go out and you cut the head off a rose. Okay, so it's really wet with the rain, and it's a real nice sort of full blossom sort of rose. And you go and you dip it in some sugar, and then you smell it. All right, now obviously sugar varies from like real refined white sugar through to sort of a very dark sort of muscovado, sort of almost caramelly sugar, but it's at that end of the scale. It's like the almost sort of chemical sugar. It's a very sort of white refined sugar. Okay, now when you smell it, realistically it's a very clean sugary rose fragrance. I say I'm not getting a saffron at all. There's no woods, there's no oud, there's no sort of vanilla. It's kind of like just a standalone sort of clean sugary rose. Okay, disappointed, yes I was, because I really wanted saffron in it, but as a fragrance, you know what, I think, all right, I will be perfectly honest with you, if I could have sampled it first, I wouldn't have a full size bottle. I would have just stuck with my sample and gone, you know what, it's okay, it's not a one that I'm going to reach for very often. Okay, who could wear it? Now, I believe it's sold as unisex, and here's the thing, I've had it for about a month and I've sprayed it for a lot of people, and pretty much 90% of the guys say, I couldn't wear it, Leggy, it's just too feminine. Handful of guys say, well, you know what, that's nice, you know, they're sort of fragrance connoisseurs, they like that rosy sort of note and they could deal with it. So I'm going to say, yeah, definitely a woman. By the way, all the women I've sprayed it for, they all love this one, okay? So I'm going to say it's unisex with a very leaning sort of, almost sort of falling off the fence onto the feminine side, okay? What age? Now, if a guy's going to wear it, I cannot picture a young guy wanting to wear this. I can picture a more mature guy with a bit of confidence wanting to wear it. In terms of a woman, it's not really a teenage sort of fragrance. Once again, it will be a mature, an older sort of woman perhaps wearing this. Okay. So, in terms of the smell, it's not what I was expecting, but it's okay. What about the performance? Now, it does redeem itself on the performance. Now, when you read the blurb on Amazon, it tells you that there's way more oils in this than your average designer fragrance, and it really sells itself in terms of long lasting, it's going to go on forever. You will get about 2 hours of quite a big scent bubble and a lot of scent memory trail coming off you. Everyone around you will smell it. After the 2 hours, it dips down, and then for another sort of 5 or 6 hours, crazy. So it's like it is pretty much an all-day fragrance. For another 5 or 6 hours, you get a reasonable scent bubble around you. Get it on your clothes, and trust me, it's there the next day. So it does redeem itself in terms of performance, but please do not buy it thinking that there's any kind of saffron note that you're going to pick out, okay? But if you can deal with a very sort of clean, sugary rose note, which it doesn't change throughout the length of this fragrance, it's just there, it does its job. It's not like a Mancera that goes through phases or whatever. It just sits there and it is what it is. What occasion? You know what? I'm going to say a woman wearing this pretty much any occasion. A guy, I would say, would have to be a little bit more of a going out sort of, or a formal sort of fragrance for a guy. Okay. I hope you understand it. I hope I've made sense, and I'm really, really pleased that you've spent the time to watch this video, because sharing this hobby, this amazing hobby with you on YouTube, you know what, I'm so grateful. I'm honoured and I'm privileged. If you would consider a cheeky thumbs up or a subscription or a comment, I will always, it might be a few days getting back to you on comments, but I'll always get back to you. Or maybe a subscription, a thumbs up, and a comment. Do all three if you have the time. Anyway, I really appreciate you coming here, and I would like you to stay safe. And every day I'd like you to spray fragrance and stay happy, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.